Hey everyone, this is a quick demo of a new Craft plugin that I've been working on. If you've done Craft development for very long, you know how difficult it is to move settings from one environment to another, especially things like fields, sections, categories, globals, all those things that you set up in your local environment and then want to move that to staging or production. It's extremely manual, not very easy to do. So the goal of this plugin is to, one, automate that as much as possible, and two, give you some files so that you've got a way to check things into a repository like Git and be able to roll those changes out across multiple environments without worry of missing something. So I've got two environments set up here, Craft and Craft 2, and I'll just show you what these look like. One field set up, one section, not much else. And on my other system here, or other environment, I've got lots of fields and a few sections. So I'm just going to pick some fields here to move across. Take all the sections and create a migration. And as mentioned, this is the goal of this, or part of the goal, is to get these migrations into your code so that you can check that in and keep track of it. So I'm going to add that migration file into my repository. So I've pushed it in on the one side, and now I'm going to pull it back out on the other. And now if I go over here into the migrations tab, I can see I've got a migration waiting. If there were a bunch here, you can run them one at a time. You can run them out of order by picking them, or you can just click run and they'll run sequentially one after the other. The other thing that does in the background is it makes a full database backup as well just before the migrations run, so that you don't have to worry about losing information if something does happen. And because they're based on Craft migrations, they also do a full rollback if something happens during the migration to reset the environment back to the state before the migrations began. So I can come in here and look, and I see all the fields that I set up, sections, also multiple entry types. Nothing too exciting there. Take a look at a matrix. So you can see it brings blocks, all that stuff across as well. The other thing you can do with this is make changes, so that if you make a change to one of these fields in one environment, create a migration for that, you can push those changes across too. So in the case of that matrix field, let's go back there, you can see I've got a block with two fields in it. Let's go in and do a little work here. We'll create a second block, something generic. Yeah, that works. Oh, sure. Give it some settings just so you can see how that works. So you're going to save it. Create another migration. And again, commit and push that into our code repository. Pull it on the other side. And then if I go back into Migration Manager again, I can see this new migration. Run that guy. And if I come here, I should see that new block. And that's it. Stay tuned for some more updates and a release hopefully in the short term.